One of my favorite of Wright's profiles is about the greatest basketball player that ever lived, Michael Jordan. He wrote it in 2013 when Jordan was about to turn 50 years old. By that point, Jordan had nothing left to prove. He had won 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, 10 scoring titles. He was the greatest of all time. And yet, what you learn in the piece is that at 50 years old, Michael Jordan is still trying to prove himself. To understand why, Wright goes exploring the childhood of Michael Jordan, and what he finds is that at a very early age, Michael Jordan genuinely believed that his father loved his older brother Larry more than him. Instead of retreating into insecurity about this, though, Michael used it as fuel and fire and motivation. He believed that if he succeeded, as Wright says in the piece, he could demand an equal share of affection from his father. Think about that. If I could prove myself worthy, then you would have to love me, essentially is what he was saying to his father. And he became Michael Jordan. In one sense, he was successful, but his achievements, while they proved his greatness, they could not prove that he was worthy of love. I think that's the central complication of Jordan's life in the piece, and maybe it is for you as well. That question of, am I loved? Am I truly and deeply loved? And we know this complication. Many of us do. We seek out through the grammar of love. We're seeking out attention. We want to be noticed. We want approval. We want to secure a place for ourselves in the world. And somewhere along the way, many of us learn that love is something that we have to earn from others. We don't just invent these grammars of conditional love on our own. We learn them. They're passed down through the generations. Wright Thompson writes another piece about the college football coach Urban Meyer, who coached at Florida and then Ohio State. Urban grew up in Ohio. His dad's name was Bud, and Bud loved his son Urban. He never missed a game. He was always there for him. But he had this philosophy of life: work harder, never quit, and never accept defeat. When Urban struck out looking in high school, his dad, Bud, told him he could walk home from the game. Years later, when Urban wanted to quit minor league baseball, he called his dad and told him what he was thinking, and Bud told him that if he quit, that he should not come home for Christmas. He could call his mom. Urban didn't really rebel against his father's expectations. He actually absorbed them and took on a way of life as a college football coach where he could instill them: work harder, never quit, always win. And it worked for him professionally, but at a tremendous personal cost to his family. While coaching at Florida, his daughter Gigi was preparing to sign a college volleyball scholarship, and she scheduled a ceremony around her father's football calendar. As the day approached, the hour approached for the ceremony, a problem consumed Urban at work. Who knows what it is now? He told his secretary that he couldn't go. His secretary, who was a mother of 4 girls herself, said, "You are going to this ceremony," and so he went. There were 80 people in the auditorium at the school, and Gigi thanked her mother for always being there, season after season, year after year, and then she turned to her dad and said, "You were never there." He was absolutely crushed. But what he did next was even more crushing. He just went back to work. The problem wasn't an absence of love. It was that the love in this family, the Meyer family, had become entangled with other conditions and expectations. Bud loved Urban, Urban loved Gigi, but that love became entangled with all kinds of things that they had to do to secure their place in the love of one another. We develop all these kinds of strategies to achieve, to please, to become useful, to become strong, to hide, and to be silent. in order to secure our place in the love of others.